You don't need to guess if she wants you. You don't need to analyze her texts, wonder why she's being distant, or ask your friends what they think she meant. Women are not as complicated as we make them out to be. The problem isn't that they're confusing. The problem is that most men are looking for the wrong signals. They're looking for her to say, "I want you," directly. They're waiting for her to make the first move. They're hoping she'll just come out and say what she feels. But that's not how women operate. Women communicate through behavior, through subconscious signals, through things they do that they don't even realize they're doing. And if you know what to look for, she's already told you exactly how she feels. My name is Laurin Ponce, and today I'm going to show you the 6 things a woman will always do when she wants intimacy with you. These are not guesses. These are not opinions. These are psychological patterns backed by human behavior. And once you learn to recognize them, you will never be confused about where you stand with a woman again. Let's start with the first one. Number 1. She creates reasons to be around you. This is the most obvious signal, but most men miss it because they're looking for something bigger. She doesn't need to confess her feelings. She doesn't need to ask you out. She just needs to put herself in your orbit. Maybe she starts showing up at places she knows you'll be. Maybe she finds excuses to text you about things that aren't important. Maybe she asks for your help with something small just to have an interaction. This is not coincidence. This is not her just being friendly. When a woman wants intimacy with you, she wants to be in your energy. She wants to see how you move. She wants to feel your presence. And she will create opportunities for that to happen without ever admitting that's what she's doing. Think about the last woman who was interested in you. Didn't she just seem to appear everywhere? Didn't she have random questions? Didn't she find reasons to stay in the conversation? That wasn't an accident. Now, here's what most men do wrong. They either ignore these signals completely, or they overreact and assume she's already theirs. The right response is simple. Acknowledge her presence. Be warm, but don't change your behavior. Don't start chasing just because she's putting herself in your path. Let her come to you. That's exactly what she's trying to do. Number 2. She asks you personal questions, not surface-level questions. Not, "What do you do for work?" questions, deep questions. She wants to know what you think about things. She wants to know your opinions. She wants to know what makes you tick. When a woman is just being friendly, she'll keep things light. When she wants intimacy, she digs deeper. She'll ask about your past. She'll ask about your goals. She'll ask about relationships you've had before. She'll want to know what matters to you. Why? Because intimacy requires knowing someone, and she wants to know you. Not just the version you show the world, the real you. Here's the psychology behind this. Women are wired to assess whether a man is emotionally safe, whether he can handle vulnerability, whether he's someone she can open up to. By asking these questions, she's not just gathering information. She's testing. She's seeing if you'll let her in, and how you respond determines everything. If you deflect, if you keep things surface level, if you never let her past your walls, she will assume you're not interested or not capable of intimacy. But if you answer honestly, if you let her see you, if you show her that you're comfortable with who you are, she moves closer. This doesn't mean trauma dumping on the first conversation. It means being real. It means not hiding. It means letting her see the man behind the mask. Number 3. She remembers small details about you. Weeks later, she brings up something you mentioned in passing. Your favorite coffee order. A story about your brother. That trip you want to take someday. She remembers. Not because she has a photographic memory, but because she was actually listening. Because what you said mattered to her. Women are incredible at noticing details when they're interested. It's not a strategy. It's not manipulation. It's genuine curiosity about who you are. When a woman wants intimacy, she catalogs information about you. She wants to understand you. She wants to know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you laugh. And she will use that information to connect with you. She might surprise you with something you mentioned liking. She might bring up a conversation you had months ago. She might reference something you probably forgot you even said. This is not just being nice. This is investment. An investment is the foundation of intimacy. Here's what you need to understand. When a woman invests in you, she attaches to you. It's psychological law. We love what we invest in. So when she's remembering details about you, she's not just being thoughtful. She's literally wiring herself to care about you more. The mistake most men make is not noticing. Or noticing but not reciprocating. You don't need to match her detail for detail. But you do need to acknowledge it. You need to show that you see her seeing you. Number 4. She touches you. Not in obvious ways. Not in ways that would be awkward if someone noticed. But small touches. She touches your arm when she laughs. She brushes against you when walking past. She finds reasons for physical contact that don't seem like reasons at all. This is one of the most reliable signals because it's almost completely subconscious. Women don't usually plan these touches. They just happen when she feels drawn to you. Touch is the most primitive form of connection. It's how humans bond before words exist, and when a woman wants intimacy with you, her body will seek contact with yours. Pay attention to this. Does she lean in when talking to you? Does she face you directly? Does she find ways to close the physical distance between you? These are not random. These are her body following what her heart already decided. Now, here's where men mess up. Either they don't notice at all, or they misinterpret and get too aggressive too fast. The right response is simple. Match her energy. If she touches you lightly, you can touch her lightly. If she leans in, you can lean in. Don't retreat. But don't pounce. Let the physical connection build naturally. Let her lead the pace while you lead the interaction. Number 5. She gets slightly jealous. Not crazy jealous. Not possessive jealous. But she notices when other women give you attention. Maybe her energy shifts when another woman talks to you. Maybe she makes a subtle comment. Maybe she suddenly becomes more interested when she sees you have options. This is a powerful signal because it reveals that she sees you as someone she could lose. And you only fear losing what you want. When a woman is indifferent to you, she doesn't care who talks to you. When she wants intimacy, your attention suddenly matters. She might not even admit it to herself. But her behavior will show it. She'll ask who that girl was. She'll become more flirty after seeing you with someone else. She'll try to re-establish connection when she feels competition. This is not about making her jealous intentionally. That's manipulation and it backfires. But when you're genuinely a man with options, her natural response to that reality tells you everything. The key is to notice without acknowledging. Don't call it out. Don't tease her about it. Just observe and understand what it means. Number 6. She makes future plans with you. Not vague plans. Not, we should hang out sometime plans. Real plans. She talks about things you could do together next month. She mentions a concert that's happening in the summer. She asks if you'll be around for an event that's weeks away. When a woman wants intimacy, she wants to know you'll be in her life. Not just tonight. Not just this week, but ongoing. Future planning is her way of testing whether you're available, whether you're interested, whether you see a possibility with her too. This is different from her just being friendly. Friends make vague plans. Women who want intimacy make specific ones. She'll say, we should go to that place you mentioned. Not, let's get together sometime. She'll ask, are you going to that thing next month? Not, maybe I'll see you around. These are investment signals. She's already imagining you in her future, and she's checking to see if you're imagining the same. Now, here's what you need to understand about all 6 of these signals. They rarely happen alone. When a woman really wants intimacy, she does multiple of these things. Sometimes all of them. And the more she does, the stronger her interest is. But here's the part most men miss completely. These signals are not an invitation to chase. They're an invitation to receive. When you see these signs, your instinct might be to pursue harder, to ask her out immediately, to confess your own interest, to lock it down. That instinct will kill everything, because when a woman is showing these signals, she's already moving toward you. Your job is not to chase. Your job is to create space for her to continue moving. Let me explain the psychology. When a woman invests through her presence, her questions, her memory, her touch, her jealousy, her future plans, she is building her own attraction. Every signal she sends makes her want you more. But if you jump in and take over, if you start chasing, you stop her investment. You take the wheel. And when you take the wheel, she stops driving herself toward you. The most powerful thing you can do when you see these signals is simply acknowledge them with confidence and keep living your life. She asks personal questions. Answer them honestly, then turn it back to her. She remembers something about you. Smile and appreciate it. She touches you. Enjoy it and let it happen. But don't let any of these signals make you needy. Don't let them make you desperate. Don't let them make you start planning your future together. Stay grounded. Stay centered. Stay in your own energy. Because here's what happens when you do that. She feels safe. She feels seen. She feels like she can move toward you without you pouncing. And that safety is what allows intimacy to deepen. Now let me give you a real example of how this plays out. A woman starts showing up at places you go. She asks about your life. She remembers you mentioned loving a certain band. She touches your arm when she laughs. She seems a little quieter when another woman talks to you. She mentions a show coming up in 2 months and asks if you'd want to go. Most men would see this and immediately think, she's into me, I need to ask her out now. But here's what that does. It puts pressure on her. It forces a decision. It takes her from exploring to committing. And most women aren't ready for that jump. The better move. Keep being the man you've been. Keep your life going. Next time you see her, be warm, be present. Let the connection build naturally. When she mentions that show in 2 months, say something like, that sounds fun, let's see when it gets closer. Not a rejection, not a commitment, just staying present. This communicates something powerful. It says, I'm interested, but I'm not desperate. I have a life. You're welcome to be part of it. But you don't run it. And that is exactly what makes a woman want to be part of your life. Now let's talk about the opposite. What if you're not seeing these signals? What if she's not creating reasons to be around you? Not asking personal questions, not remembering details, not touching you, not getting jealous, not making future plans? Then you have your answer. She might like you as a person. She might enjoy talking to you. She might think you're nice. But she doesn't want intimacy. And chasing her won't change that. In fact, chasing will only make it worse. When a woman isn't showing these signals and you pursue anyway, you become the guy who can't take a hint. The guy who doesn't understand female psychology. The guy who makes her uncomfortable. Don't be that guy. Learn to read the signals. Learn to trust what she shows you, not what you hope is true. And here's the hardest truth in all of this. Sometimes you'll see these signals and still lose her. Not because you did something wrong, but because her feelings changed. Because someone else came along. Because she wasn't ready. Because life happened. That's not a failure. That's just life. The failure is ignoring the signals. The failure is chasing when you should be receiving. The failure is trying to force something that isn't there. So here's what I want you to take from this. Stop guessing. Stop analyzing. Stop asking your friends what she meant. Just watch. Just observe. Just pay attention to what she actually does. The 6 signals don't lie. If she creates reasons to be around you, she wants you near. If she asks personal questions, she wants to know you. If she remembers small details, she's invested in you. If she touches you, her body is drawn to you. If she gets slightly jealous, she sees you as someone to lose. If she makes future plans, she wants you in her life. These are not theories. These are patterns. These are psychology. These are how women have operated for thousands of years. And now you know. So the next time you're wondering where you stand with a woman, don't ask her. Don't ask your friends. Don't ask the internet. Just ask yourself one question. Is she showing me these 6 things? Because if she is, she wants intimacy with you. And all you need to do is be the man who's worthy of it. My name is Laurin Ponce. Now go be that man.